Indiana Joan here. Guess what? The furnace guys did come back and installed this huge furnace and all the metal ductwork to go with it, which is awesome. So I thought we're gonna finally have heat. Nah. It would seem that the furnace guys won't run the heat until the drywall is in, so they've covered all the vents so no drywall dust can get in. I appreciate that. I've been in houses where they put in furnaces and you're blowing drywall dust for years. So that's great. Problem is, the drywallers won't come unless there's heat. Enter our friend Josh, who was the guy that pushed dirt for us outside and was kind of our miracle worker. Well, he came through with a portable heater for us. You see it over there in the next room? That we're plugging in and running so that we have heat in the space so we can get the drywallers to come because it'll be warm enough for drywall compound to dry. So it's all being provided by our good Lord who's putting it all together. We're gonna live in this place eventually. Indiana Joan here. Here we are working inside and it's 40 degrees with the furnace on. This is definitely the coldest week of the year. I hope it's been negatives and it's gonna continue to be negatives. We're just thankful we've got a furnace to try to keep this space above freezing for one water line that we have that is bringing in water from the well. That's what we're working on. Kurt is working on drain lines. He's been working on them for hours and hours. This is why you let your kids play with Tinker Toys. Someday they'll be a plumber. Indiana Joan here. We've been working on all the venting up in the ceiling there, as you can see, and drain pipes that are hooked down in the basement. And one of the things that we have to do that the inspector is looking for is J-hook supports on all of the pipe. You have to have one every 4 feet, and it's got to be hooked in and supported on wood or the framing of the house so that there's no chance of movement of these pipes. So this is a J-hook support, little nails right on the top to nail them in and get all of our pipe supported. We're working on drain pipes that go into our sewer for all the sewage water. It's all got to go into that one big hole that was drilled into our wall, and the vent pipes that go out through the roof in order to allow vent for when the toilet's flushed, when water is run, and of course we don't want any gurgling, right? So we're systematically going through bathroom by bathroom to try to get all of this work done. When you apply this, you put on a purple colored cleaner, because that's what the inspector wants to see, to make sure that you really put cleaner on it. Correct?
Yep. I mean, the cleaner's good, but it's purple because the inspector wants to see it. He wants to know that you used it.
So one of the challenges you have is trying to make it look neat. It doesn't look neat when you put this very thin liquid that's purple on all of your nice white PVC. And then after you do that, you put on the actual glue, which is clear. Of course, they want it clean so that you can for sure know that it's going to be secure and sealed. Yeah. This was a particularly fun Tinker toy. To get the drain pipe for the bathtub around the floor truss is tricky.
We did it.
But there you go. It's hooked in. That's the bathtub drain in the second floor, or I should say loft. And then it's hooking into all of these drain lines, which are going down to the basement. Remember our friend, the sewer pipe, the ugly sewer pipe? All our drain lines are now connected to this sewer pipe to go out to the sewer out in the street. We got this part checked off the list. And what do we need to work on now? PEX. We got to bring in PEX water lines in 4 bathrooms, a laundry room, a kitchen, and a little bar area down here in the basement. All need water in. That's what we're working on next.
All of the water lines, or almost all of the water lines in the house, are made out of this PEX material. PEX is a type of plastic that's specially engineered to withstand temperature changes and contraction and expansion that comes naturally with plastic when it gets hot or cold. And so you have the pipe, and then you put these insert fittings inside the pipe that have little barbs on them here, and then you take the crimping tool, which I'll use in just a second, and crimp the ring into that plastic. And it stays, and it seals, and it's good for good. All right, but I'm gonna have to have you hold this back on this. It's right where it is. It's good right where it is.
Okay.
No, oops, it's not in all the way now. Okay, now push back. There you go.
Indiana Joan here. Some of what we're doing to prep for the inspector is we're having to use these metal plates, nailer plates, that I am putting on the 1x4s in order to protect where our water lines and our electrical lines go through. So when the drywallers come in and screw, they won't be able to get through this metal. We did kind of thick, heavy metal on our water line that comes in from the well, but these are just smaller and they do the trick. It's Saturday and it is really cold. It was -1 this morning in our house when we came in, but we've got to keep working. We have the inspector coming on Monday and we've got to get all the plumbing lines in, which Kurt finished the last one, the laundry room, this morning. So yay for that. We had all the drain lines done at the end of the day yesterday. So now Kurt's putting in the vents for the dryer for the various fans in the bathroom, which means drilling holes to the outside in this frigid cold. Downstairs, it's 40 degrees. So we're keeping our one water line coming in from the well warm, but it's layers and layers, sniffles and cold hands that we keep warming up and going back at it. It's Monday. This is a big day. We've been working for this day, honestly, for almost 2 months. In between there, we took off about 10 days for Christmas and a wedding, maybe not even 10, maybe a week. And we've got to get everything ready for the inspector who's coming this morning. I got 2 hours and to finish up the work. Kurt's putting dryer vents, well, not really dryer vents, but fan vents from the bathroom fans outside in the wall. Any holes that are going to be in the exterior of the building got to be in before the inspector comes. And then I'm going to be working on filling holes with this fireproof foam. They want to see, and the inspector warned us of this, every place that a wire or a pipe goes through the floor of the house down to the next floor, they want to see this product on it as a fireproof barrier. Never had that before in anything we've built. It seems like every community has its own little rules that they want to see, and that's what they're looking for. So that's my job today, is fill all these holes in the floor and the ceiling in order to make that inspector happy. I'll let you know how it goes.
We passed our rough-in inspection!
Yes, it's true. We passed our rough-in. Do you know what that means? That means all the electrical, all the plumbing, all the gas lines, all the heat duct work, all of that passed inspection. And now we can put in insulation, get this place warmed up for drywall. That means that we put in 190 outlets, 92 switches, 141 lights in this place. We have 4 bathrooms, all the plumbing in, ready for fixtures. And the gas lines, we've got 5 different things that have LP gas that are all wired and ready to go. It's exciting.